Good afternoon, parents, and welcome to today's video entitled Expectations. And I had a great onboarding call with a new parent yesterday, and it got me remembering about all of the parents that I speak with and how their general expectations are based off of their feelings or their wants and not off of anything specific like facts or data. So what we're talking about is the woman with the best of intentions has a 4 or 5-year-old son, and she wanted him to be able to sit perfectly still, focused and paying attention for the entire karate class, which is 30 minutes. So fortunately, in the call, I was able to talk to her for several minutes and basically explain that that's going to happen in about a year or two, right? She was hoping that this was going to happen within about the first month. And so because that's what she wanted. Well, he's going to be starting school, and I want him to be able to sit and focus and pay attention. And I get where the desire is coming from, but it's not reasonable that a 5-year-old or younger is going to sit and focus for 30 minutes. And so simply because that's what you want, you make that your expectation, and then you create frustration for yourself when your child isn't able to do it. One of the sayings my dad taught me growing up is it's like trying to teach a pig how to sing. It wastes your time and it annoys the pig, right? So don't just randomly pick things that you want your child to be able to do. When you create an expectation, study it a little bit. Is it realistic? For example, in our karate program, I learned a long time ago, trying to have a child under the age of 10 memorize a 24 to 30 movement form not only wasn't possible, but that made it completely unrealistic. And so we called it the green belt rot when I was teaching, 20 years ago. And what that meant was we'd have kids get up to green belt, but then they'd sit there for over a year because they couldn't demonstrate the form. Now, not knowing any better back then, it was easy to say, well, when you learn it, you'll be able to move forwards, right? We didn't know anything about child development back then. It was simply, this is the requirement, you have to do it, and when you can do it, you move on. Now, we're a whole lot smarter as instructors. We start to look at, okay, is this requirement or expectation reasonable for the age of the child that we're asking for? Now, memorizing a 24 to 30 movement form is really cool for kids that are 12 and older, right? For anybody under that age, it's not realistic to have them memorize that type of thing. Finally, the last thought with our expectations. Kids are going to be going back to school, or a lot of the kids are starting school next week, and it's a new learning environment. So we did a great town hall meeting last night. If you didn't see it, I sent the link out it's also on our YouTube channel. You're welcome to take a look at that. And we'd love to have you subscribe to the channel so that way you can keep up to date with videos like this as they come out. But what we talked about was teachers are going to be learning in this new environment. It's brand new to the schools, it's brand new to the teachers, and it's a brand new way of learning for the kids. So what reasonable expectations are you going to create for your child to minimize your frustration and to actually be able to help and encourage them? For example, when learning, kids are able to focus for a total of 7 minutes maximum. That's it. So let's see, how do the teachers adapt their teaching to be able to keep the kids engaged? And this is your learning tool, parents. If your child's not engaged virtually, watch for how long the teacher has been teaching the subject. If they're teaching it for 12, 15, 20 minutes, it's not going to work, and it's not your child's fault. They are physically and mentally incapable of staying focused on a learning tool or process for more than 7 minutes. That's why you'll see here at the karate school, we change things every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes we switch to a new activity so it keeps the kids engaged and moving, and that's why we're able to get so much done and keep the kids focused throughout the class time. And again, if we don't do it perfectly, kids are human beings. They get to make choices. They're going to have good days and they're going to have bad days. But as you're watching and learning this new virtual system for people and for the kids going to school, don't instantly look at your child like it's their fault that they're not getting it. There's a lot of parts here. The technology has to work and be effective. The school system has to be effective. The teacher has to be effective, and then your child has to do their part and pay attention. But that'll be the first litmus test here for the first couple of weeks of school. Are teachers switching up things every 7 minutes or less in order to keep your child fully engaged in the class? Let me know, right? So put in the comments below if your child's already going to school. Are the teachers doing this, or is this going to be something that we're going to have to kind of push along to help out and have the parents do something at home? All right, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.